For Joey Logano was to do what they could to get stage points in stage 1 and 2. That worked out in stage 1. Needs a little bit of turn in that car after lap 3. Josh?
Stage 1 winner Ross Chastain said overall that car just too tight. Said he felt like the rear suspension was falling out of it by the end of that run because of the tire wear, adjustment, 4 tires, and fuel change.
Austin Cindric comes in fourth, said he's a little bit too tight overall. They told him he's going to get the and 2 and 3 air pressure adjustment to help the issues. 4 tires, stop for the 2.
Chastain, Logano, Blaney, the first drivers off pit road after they stop at the end of a caution-free stage number 1 at Watkins Glen. And we are back to green for stage 2.
Yeah, you see how late SVG takes off in that restart zone. He did that on the start as well. The leader has that option anywhere in that whole box.
They were 3 wide into turn 1 back in 6th place.
Yeah, and these are, you saw them out there cleaning the track a little bit, but this is really when those marbles come into play, when you have to run side by side through some of these corners.
That is a very good point, Kevin. Those marbles that we saw on the outside, when you're too wide, you have to run through them, and it takes a while to clean those off your tires. It's not just a corner or 2, sometimes even a lap.
Yeah, if you get all 4 tires up in those marbles when it's real, oh, you see some contact right there with Cole Custer and Carson Hocevar. More contact in the back. Zane Smith in the 38, Kyle Larson, you see him.
Larson is still in trouble.
He's still struggling.
And here comes Blaney way to the inside, and Larson shaking the car back and forth like he might have a tire or wheel issue.
Or those marbles that we talked about.
Yeah, good point on that, Clint. You know, typically you would shake the car around like that if you thought something was wrong, but with those marbles, and now he's still stuck in that second lane. No matter how they clean it up, you're still collecting all those marbles.
The first 9 exited the bus stop single file, got a little gap, but the rest of the field was able to pick that up back on the return to the start-finish line.
You were all over it, Kevin. I see Zillage put some pressure on McDowell for second.
Yeah, and I feel like McDowell and Van Gisbergen want to be patient. I'm not so sure that Zillage has that same patience in him yet, knowing the expectations and everything that go with him.
Bottom of the screen, Kyle Larson roughed up Brad Keselowski, and Keselowski is just enough off pace that he's a hindrance.
He's a lot off pace. Look at him stacking up behind him everywhere.
SVG said during his media availability earlier this weekend that if you get in the marbles, it could cost you about 3 seconds a lap for as many as 3 laps before you got those tires cleaned off again.
I think you might see him move to the inside for Zillage right here. I wouldn't want to pounce on him as fast as I possibly can, try to make this pass. Here he comes to the inside. And I'm going to go out there, stretch my lead out on him a little bit, and start managing my tires then. But try to make the pass while you still have some goodie left in your Goodyears.
Textbook pass there, and I like that McDowell let him go. If you're going to get past, don't you want to do it where it's going to take the least amount of add to your lap time?
Yes, sir, and that is a good point, but I also want him to go up there as that young Ricky and put pressure on that guy that I'm having trouble with, SVG. Let him run his tires off.
Well, you got to go up there and get a good measuring stick on where you are, right? Like, where is your car? Where is he better? Be close enough to be able to...
Gotta go longer this run than the last one, just remember that. Yeah, I know. Taking it easy. Copy that.
No pressure. The next car is 5.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah, and honestly, that kind of puts a little bit of a damper into SVG's plans, because I think when he has somebody pushing him, he has to run a little more pace than he probably wants to run. Now, caution.
And caution is out. The first caution for cause today.
Uh-oh.
And there is the debris.
What's that, Kevin?
Well, it looks something has obviously blown onto the racetrack. Not sure where it came from.
Well, we can show you.
Oh. Wow.
Somebody's canopy or part
Like
of their
a tent, like
campground
one of those
area
sun
went
tents.
awry and away it went.
We're not Kansas anymore, Toto.
Yeah, but you see a lot of things like this in Kansas.
That was like one of those wind tornadoes or something went through there.
Yeah, then it blows all the way out onto the racetrack.
Well, there's a soaring center not far from here where you can go fly gliders, but yikes. Just when you think you've seen everything.
A lot of air.
We're under caution for flying debris at Watkins Glen.
Moderate to
The 80 of Connersville, what they would do is immediately pit when we get around to here. The car's still too tight to the rights. It's a little better to the lefts now. Josh?
The call for the 54 was M&M. They came in to pit here. The biggest complaint for time games was just getting too free towards the end of those runs, Jamie.
Shane Van Gisbergen's led 38 laps today. He said the tires are wearing, but they're not bad at all. He wondered if this was too soon to come, but they said, I think everybody's coming. We need to come in. 4 tire stops for Shane Van Gisbergen.
7 race cars stayed out on track, and we will document this and sort it out for you when we come back.
like a